But if their intent is to get a good deal and they're not getting a good deal, well, now these idiots are weak and now we got a problem. That's really, that's what's happening. Wow, you're a complicated parent. Let's get into it.
Yep. All right. Well, we were talking about, or we wanted to get into kids at card shows. Is that where we left off?
I felt passionate last time, but I don't as much anymore.
Did we take the wind out of your sails? Did we poke fun?
Mike ruined it.
Why?
Why?
His microphone stunk, and he did it on purpose. He's malicious.
Yeah, no, we can talk about it. Let's talk about it, because I think he talked about a man's man. I remember he talked about a man's man.
A brawny man.
A brawny man. And you said his beard went down to his nips.
And then you, Joe, tried to say that you were brawny, which I felt was weird to bring up.
Yeah, that was natural.
Because I think I was like, wait, what's brawny? And then you were like,
I was like, me.
I'm brawny. Like, okay.
I remember we were like, no.
I mean, I don't know. I thought if you looked it up in the dictionary, you would see my face. Like, isn't that true? No?
I think so. Well, okay, so card shows, bringing kids to card shows. And also I remember, Matt, you were talking about how you struggled to manage when they would trade with their friends.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. This obsessive compulsive disorder you have?
All right, but I think there's been another layer since we last talked about this that I think is important to acknowledge, because Ryan is actually helping your show, and Leo, because you essentially have two streamers that can help your algorithm, because they'll run their own shows, but it's all under your name, so it looks like you're going live 4 or 5 times a week.
Yes.
So in my opinion,
you're just
manipulating your children to benefit, But so tell me, you were talking about the challenge.
Is this like,
we're going now?
Yet?
Huh?
It said recording like maybe 5 minutes ago.
No, I know, but we always start recording and then we like have a spot we know we're going to kick it off.
We already kicked it off. Too late. It's on.
We're live. We're live.
All right, we'll cut all that out.
No, we won't. We got to keep it.
Cut that.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. I realize we're live now. No, so yeah, I guess my first thing I'd love to discuss is the managing your kids trading with friends. And it's not because I don't trust them. It's because they're like too nice to their friends. And then I feel like they trade away like good cards that I think if they were trading with adults at card shows, they would never do, because they just, they want to get a friendship win. And so it's like a weird like place to be, because I think like as a dad, I appreciate that they want to be nice to their friends, but as someone who's trying to do this as like a side hustle, I'm kind of like, no, not that card. And it's weird to have to control them.
So you don't trust them?
No, I do. I know they know what they're doing. And I guess I'd almost rather them just give the card away to their friend if that's what we're doing.
I love the two contradictory angles.
Yeah,
I don't trust them.
Really confusing.
I do, but I don't.
I do, but I don't.
You don't.
I don't want them to. I don't want them to give away good cards or like get bad deals. But if they're gonna, just give them away.
Yeah,
that's also confusing.
I hear the hypocrisy in that.
Yeah.
Well, just explain the logic then. Explain your logic. Why can that be where like you don't want them to get screwed over, yet you also are okay with them giving it away because that, if they're going to get screwed over, just give it away. How does that make sense in your brain?
I guess if they're just giving something, I know that their whole attempt is being nice. Whereas if they're trading it, I don't know if they're being taken advantage of. Like if they're afraid of being like fair. I guess that's the difference. Like I don't know if it's like they're being manipulated and therefore I got to worry about them being kind of like weak, like from a manipulation standpoint, or if they're just choosing to be kind.
Oh, wow. That's deep. There's some layers to unpack there.
Yeah.
So it comes down to you're okay with kindness. But if it in any way could be weakness,
Yeah.
now you fear for your children. That's really
So
what this is.
kindness can't be perceived as
Right.
weakness.
If they're
Got it.
doing it, if their intent is to be kind, great. But if their intent is to get a good deal and they're not getting a good deal, well, now these idiots are weak and now we got a problem. That's really, that's what's happening. Wow, you're a complicated parent.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. And like,
have you thought
when it
about
comes
writing
to
a book
things that
about
matter,
this?
what's that?
Have you thought about writing a parenting book?
I don't think anyone
Matt-
would read it.
Oh,
In
they
hieroglyphics.
would. They
Write it in
definitely would.
Yeah.
You put it in the comedy section, though.
I mean, I guess I feel like justified in that place. I don't know. I just, yeah, I think Mike summed it up well. I think that's accurate. I don't think.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get out of this show. I just want you guys to know I had been in a whatnot stream this whole time, and I'm officially distracted. So,
well, that's our next episode. Let's talk about like card acquisition then, because where
just
we
talk about it now. Just talk about it now. The other topic we just learned that you're like pretty messed up. And good. Check that off. Now let's move on.
Yeah.
Card acquisition. Go.
All right. So, Mike, I know, Joe, you're only buying them as a joke from us.
No, I'm totally serious when I buy them.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm turning it over to Mike. Like, where do you like to go to acquire your inventory?
Well, I was just saying before we started recording with Joe that one strategy I like to employ is I look for people who are selling Jordans or Iversons or Kobe's on whatnot that have very, very low numbers. And I find that you can maybe get 10 to 15 minutes of maybe 2 or 3 decent cards under value because they're just trying to get the momentum and get some sales. Now, once there's some sales happening, you can see that the algorithm like throws people in there a little bit more quickly. So it doesn't last long. But for example, the channel I was just on, or whatever, the stream I was just on, I was able to get a Kobe, an AI, and a Jordan, both for, or all three, each of those were $1 a piece plus like 78-cent shipping. So I feel like I got, cards that are over $2 in value that I could probably sell for, I mean, not a ton, but maybe like $4, $5. And I got them for under $2, including shipping. But after that, I saw there was an increase in the people in the room. And then I started getting outbid because I was looking for the low hanging fruit. So that's one way. And then for me, the most recent way that I feel like this week was a good week as far as I feel like I got a lot of high value cards for undervalued prices was about 2 to 3 times a day, each day this week, I would go on eBay and just look for different auctions that were somewhat close to finishing. So everything had to finish before this Friday. And so I would just put in bids, but I would do it again 2 to 3 times a day. I'd probably put in each time I sat down in front of eBay, I probably put 5 or 6 bids in. So it's more just a numbers game. Like I think I lost 80% of my bids, but I got about 20%, and I'd say they were all undervalued prices. So I'd say those are my 2 most recent strategies, but I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are. I don't know what you have.
I mean, well, when it comes to whatnot, I find though I sell a lot on whatnot, I'm not buying a lot on whatnot because I feel like other people's streams, the prices are just skyrocketing. And so I worry about it as a place to acquire inventory that I can turn around and sell. And 2, I just sit there sad that mine don't skyrocket like theirs do. So that's part of it. I don't know.
When you say skyrocket, are you talking about people bidding against each other in the room? So when you say this, so they're setting a normal price, but it's the people that are driving it up.
Oh yeah, I mean they're putting it on for
Yeah.
$1, so which is
Yeah.
fair. And
Yeah.
I will say I trust Kobe's more in those streams than Jordan's because like just from selling them, I know that like every Kobe's a minimum like $5. Whereas like not every Jordan's a minimum there. Those are some dollar Jordans and some $2 Jordans. So there's just more of them. So yeah, people just bid them up and I see cards that like I sell for $5 or $6 go for 12 to 15. And you're like, okay, there's no chance I'm going to acquire anything here. Um, and then, so I totally agree with you on eBay. I find I do it a little different. I mean, obviously, I search auctions and the end of the auctions and ones that aren't getting the traction. You can obviously take advantage of, but I find that just going to eBay lots. So I'll
Yeah.
buy lots of Kobe's and lots of Jordans and Iversons, and you pretty much price it out at $2 a card and you make an offer. So I look for sellers that are doing buy it now, but you allow offers. So I'll, and I usually send them a message too, like, hey, I resell as well. I need to try to acquire these at $2 a card because I'm only going to turn around and sell it for $4 a card, and things like that. And oftentimes, you'll go back and forth a little bit, so you might be paying $2.25 a card or something like that. But that's been allowing me to get to ensure that I have a margin, especially on Kobe's. But I also like, and today is a big day for me. Big day. I'm going to go to a card show and a card shop today.
What card shop? What card shop?
I'm going to go down to Carver. I'm going to head down there, which
Okay,
wouldn't
but
be a good one for you.
that's not good for Jordans, huh?
No, like I have a new stream coming because I have a few people coming to my streams a lot that love Duke cards. People in Duke uniforms. So
What?
I'm gonna
I
love
feel
it.
like I got 1,000 Grant Hills.
Yeah, yes, but they had to be in
Duke.
Grant Hill in a Duke uniform.
Yes,
I
I know
randomly,
Weird.
I don't know how I bought like in one of
Are
my
these
lots.
people from Duke? Like who are these
I would
people?
imagine. I mean, I'm not.
They're from the Duke lacrosse team from not too long ago.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, that's so not topical that I don't think
Wow.
many would know that. Um,
Hmm.
so I don't
Sorry.
know these people personally. I just know their name says like Duke Playa, something like that, or like
Cool.
Dukey Blue Devil or whatever. And one day I was in the stream and I was just doing a random singles basketball stream, and I had a bunch of Cooper Flag from his Duke days, and they were just like begging me to get more Duke cards, and I don't know why. It wasn't on purpose. Like Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving, Zion Williamson, they all went to Duke, and I had Duke versions of all their cards. They're not even great cards because, like, they're just like throwback images of them in Duke uniforms, and I acquire them a Carver at like 25 cents a piece. So they do a good job card shows. And so when I talk about card acquisition, cards that do dollar bins or even better, like 25-cent bins and have some value in there, that I'll go and spend $100, $200. And I look for similar at card shows as well.
How much time do you spend through these bins?
A lot.
This is a lot. This
I
is
meant how much
where
time do you waste in these bins? Go ahead.
no. So this is where I mix the hobby, like the fun, my enjoyment of it, with like trying to find value in deals because I just love dollar bin hunting. Like that's the part of the hobby I love, collecting Drew Bledsoes and like hobby bin hunting. Those are like the two things.
When you're flicking through
That's
them, do you
hobby
get
bin.
butterflies in your stomach or do you get goosebumps? What happens when you come
I'll
across
see
it?
like
You
older players.
Woo!
And I'll see older players, and I find myself being like, and I'll like make sounds, and I
Oh
feel like
boy.
the guys at the Carver Card Shop are like, please stop, you're gonna have to
Are
go.
you a this man is banned.
Yeah, you
I
got
just
you got to
feel
go.
sad now.
And the type of people
I
that are
know. This
hanging
is
in
what
card
you've
shops,
become.
the type of people hanging in card shops aren't like the most smooth or cool people, and I'm like the lowest level of that. Like I embarrass them.
Oh, okay. I see. So you're down a level. Nice.
Mm.
Can we discuss what on God's green earth drives any type of value to a card? How do you even? I don't even know how to justify some of these. I don't even know how you guys pay money for these, but the fact that you do and there's a certain amount, like what like say take the same athlete, what makes one card more than another? Like what is it? What drives the value? Explain. Go.
I think the best way to answer this question first, Matt, is maybe if you go through the different kinds of cards, right? So because that I think helps in terms of like inserts, refractors. I don't know what the hell that is, but that's a thing.
But there's a general view though of it, right? It's first of all name recognition, name sell. Like no matter what, name sell.
But he's saying if it's all the same name.
Right. I get that. I
Well,
get like we're a Kobe or a Jordan. I get that.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I don't understand why two Jordans, like one, I mean, is it age?
Yeah.
Rarity? Like what you know what I mean? Like
it's pretty much the rarity of the card, and the age isn't necessarily it, because there'll be some like 92 Jordans that are a couple bucks, but then there's some like post junk wax era, so like 96 to 2000 that are thousands because of the rarity of the card. And as Mike's getting into, the junk wax era was like a disaster for all of us because we all loved it and collected, but they just mass produced the same cards. So the volume of those cards, just the sheer number, is so much that it's easy to get. They're not rare. And then they started realizing that they had to make variations of cards. And the variations, though they still mass produce them, they don't mass produce as many of one singular card as they used to. So there's inserts, there's numbered cards, there's auto cards, there's different parallels of each card.
What's an insert?
That makes each card more rare.
Yeah, tell them what an insert is.
So an insert is like a so in each set they have different, I guess, models of cards that are intended to be like subsets of the larger collection. So there's like your standard tops cards, and then there's a set of 20 insert cards. And that doesn't mean there's 20 in the world. That just means there's like, they decided that only these 20 players would be in that insert set. So they're little subsets of it. And they're just a variation. So it makes it a little bit more rare. And they don't print as many depending on the type of box that you get. So there's no perfect science. I mean, when you come back to what it's worth, it's what people are willing to pay for it. So, and I do think their performance on the field, or kind of like how they stand out in society, like not to make it weird, but like Aaron Hernandez has some value.
Oh, no.
He's not on the field.
Every show.
Every show, yeah. We got to go to murder every time.
Yeah.
If you,
but it's not.
It's a gravitational pull towards murder. I don't know why.
It's the uniqueness of the card.
I can answer this selfishly. Like, so nice. What I mean by that is the cards that I am willing to pay more for outside of what I think I can get. So obviously if I'm buying cards.
Hold on a second, Mike, just 1 second. Matt, are you chugging a Diet Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
Before 8 a.m.?
That's his coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's my coffee. Don't judge.
Oh, okay. I was judging. I'm sorry. Okay, Mike, continue. I'm sorry. It just
actually looks delicious.
Are you gonna have one too?
Hey, let's tip glasses.
Okay, so
you guys are insane. Go.
I feel if from a PC standpoint, right? So if I'm not
which I learned last time was personal collection.
Yep. So good job. So for me, I like cards that are from packs that are very expensive to purchase. So if you're looking at packs that are in the like early 2000s, late 90s, they start, if you go on eBay, like one pack is, let's say, like $20 or $30. And that's because it has either like a Kobe rookie or a Jordan insert or something cool. To me, those are the cards that I'm probably going to overspend for because I'm just drawn to them. Like I like them. I like the stuff that's foily. So like a child, I like just shiny, like the Michael Jordan Black Diamonds.
Though. That's legitimate though. When we determine value, is the card pretty? Like I know that's weird.
It is a factor.
But that's part of it. Yeah.
So, I mean, so for example, like right now, I don't know if this will last, but right now I feel like Black Diamonds are great cards to buy because you can get them. There's plenty of places to overpay for those things, but there's definitely opportunity to find those cards for a price that's far lower than what you can sell them for on Whatnot. I don't think that's going to last. I think eventually it'll, even out. But for now, I feel like that's something that when we go back to like card acquisition and kind of tying it to what you're asking, Joe, is like, I would say what drives price is you're looking at the different platforms and then you're saying, okay, if I were to bring it to this platform, could I make a profit? So I think like there's some interaction happening, right? Like a lot of people get their cards from eBay and then they bring them to Whatnot and they sell them. Right now, in my experience, Whatnot is more expensive cards. So obviously, if you're selling, there's an opportunity because you can go to eBay and possibly get them lower. But back to your question, I love the shiny cards, and I also love certain cards where I feel like I remember as a kid pulling them myself. And that's
Nostalgia.
where, yeah, there's definitely nostalgia to it, and it is
Like
junk
all the
wax.
Drew Bledsoes. All the Drew Bledsoes.
I mean, that's where and Drew Bledsoe's are just not great cards, but Matt loves them and whatever. But
Matt,
like,
have you ever bought Drew Bledsoe's wine? He's a winemaker now.
I
who
have not,
isn't?
but
I'm a
I'm gonna
winemaker.
drink that in the morning instead of Dido's now on.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. That's healthy.
Just
Hey,
like that.
if you guys would recommend to me, if I were to buy an unopened pack, what brand, sport, what like year would be the best bang for my buck? Like if I opened it up, I could get something valuable.
Oh,
What
so
would be that?
that's loaded. Well, first of all, you want to go to see who has the license.
That's loaded.
Yeah, that is like a loaded.
That is a
Whoa,
loaded friggin' question, Joe.
Jesus, Joe, do we
Well,
have
give me
3
one
hours?
pack. What's the pack? The one pack that you recommend to me. I'll go out and buy it right now.
93, 94 Skybox Premium.
Oh, I gotta write this down.
See, I would not go that way.
Okay,
Why?
where would you go, Matt?
So I would probably buy a new NBA Topps Chrome 25, 26.
Oh, you're a dork.
I know, but like, so when you talk about what are you after, Joe? So that's why it's loaded. Like,
I'm after getting a card. I want to buy a pack for a normal pack amount, whatever it would be, but I want to get something that could be very valuable. What?
So
Yeah.
then
Well, then,
you want
honestly,
that's what I mean. So because the pack Mike said, you're looking at only a couple cards that have value. Most of them have none.
yeah,
Whereas
but if you get a Michael Jordan center stage, it's because the amount it costs for the pack is like the entry is not super high. So if you're looking at it from a resale standpoint, if you pull a Michael Jordan center stage, you're going to make 10 times the price of the pack. So,
okay,
I mean, I guess,
but the probability of getting that card in a single pack is like next to
right.
zero.
But he's saying the probability for if you're hunting any card and you're saying what's one pack I can buy, the probability isn't great.
No, but
Then
the
you're going
probability
like
of getting your money back, not any one card. I'm saying, so that's why I asked the question. If he's hunting nostalgia or a favorite player or something like that, obviously. But if you're trying to get your value back, there is value in newer stuff because people just want new for new sake.
And
So
Matt, repeat. What was your recommendation? NBA what?
NBA Topps Chrome 25, 26. Now, the barrier to entry on that is higher. I don't think you're going to see a lot of singular packs. You got to buy blaster boxes, which is like a minimum of $40. And that's the retail version.
How many cards do you get in a blaster box? What's that?
like 3.
No, it's like 6 packs, 7 packs of like, I don't know, 8 cards. I don't remember exactly, but
That's another thing I just want to say that stinks as compared to retro packs. Is retro packs, like you go back to early 90s, they had 15 cards a pack. Now they're at like 6 or 8 cards a pack. Just saying. But go ahead, Matt.
and I don't know if I'd say just that one. I haven't really done this, Joe, because I don't tend to buy packs or boxes. I don't think you typically in any pack that you open get your value back. So you got to want to open packs because you're just enjoying a chase or because you love ripping packs. because otherwise I don't think you get, like, if you buy it for 40, you're probably getting on average like 35 back. It's like a casino. There's always a little way they win. And like same with the retro packs. Like if you buy it for $4, you probably have $3 in value in there. Now, can you hit bigger? Of course. Like you can get massive cards. But I think people on, at least if you're trying to resell, if you want a Jordan, you want a Pippen, you want a 90s retro, like you need a certain niche, whatever the word is, market that's going for that. Where the majority of people want the newest card out there and the newest players and the newest version of it. Now they'll drop if you don't unload them quick. Like my son pulled an awesome Cooper Flag card. It was a Fanatical out of a Topps Chrome pack. And when he pulled it was so early, it was probably like $250 value. 3 weeks later, it's 150. So like, just because it's no longer as new and people have seen it more. But like my point is, in Mike's pack, you're only selling the really big name players. But on the newer packs, there's way more inserts, there's way more parallels, there's way more like things that make the card more valuable, more than just the name of the player. And there's guys currently right now, like the trade market just affected the whole thing. So now, like a guy like Anthony Davis, like last week, really had no value. But now he's in Washington. And now there's a little bit of excitement that Anthony Davis is now there. And people in Washington and other people like think, okay, here we go. There's a boost to his career. There's some value there. So I just think there's a lot of mobility in newer packs. Sometimes it's bad. Whereas in older packs, it's like a set chase. Like you know
And
what you're looking for.
how much does a single? You said they don't sell them as a single.
Usually they come out. I mean, they sell them as like fat packs, maybe, but I haven't really seen them. So like, but for you, Joe, if you're trying to buy again, value or just entry in the market, there's retail packs or retail boxes, and then there's hobby boxes. Hobby boxes have a much higher percentage of hits, like good cards. However, the price is crazy. So like a $40 retail is like $200 hobby. So it's like, that's where it's like a casino. It's like you buy a better version, but you're still not quite getting your money out of it unless you hit that home run. That's rare.
Oh yeah, I'm looking to win on a $2 scratchy. Is essentially what I'm looking to do.
Yes.
If you go to the card shop today, will you pick up a pack for me? I want to rip one open. Is it possible to get one of these 93, 94 skyboxes? And I will Venmo you the money. How much do they cost? Mike, how much would the skybox?
I would say, well, I don't know if it would be easy to get them in shops. I would say probably eBay is your best bet. Yeah. But you can, depending on how many you want to buy, you can get them. If you're patient, you can get them for $4 or $5 a pack. If you want to just like buy one right now, probably $7.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll do eBay. Never mind, Matt. I'll do eBay.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
If you buy them at a shop, you're definitely going to spend more. Like you're going to, a card show or a shop, you're going to spend more on like the retro packs. And you might, like, this is where you might want to do a little research if you're buying newer packs as well, because like you buy 23, 24 and you get Wemby rookie shots, or you buy 24, 25 NFL and you have Drake May rookie shots. So like, they're more modern packs and I think there's more variety, but then you also chase kind of like a Drake May auto, which is $10,000 right now. So
it's what?
What's that?
A Drake May auto?
Yeah, autograph card.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Come on,
auto. I don't know. This is the thing. You guys are like your slang, your lingo. I understand maybe every other word.
It is
sometimes
overwhelming though to get back into it and to do modern cards. Like when we all did it as kids, you just tried to hunt Ken Griffey Jr. and you just got a card. But
I remember having a whole page of Ken Griffey Jr. and I felt like the man in like 5th grade. I'd walk in and be like, "Hey, everybody, look at this," and I'd have a whole page of Ken Griffey's, and it was.
I still feel that way a little bit, like now as an adult, I'd be like, check out these Ken Griffey Juniors, and my wife will be like, that's not cool. Please don't talk to me.
Oh, yeah. When you're trying to show off your wife, that is a
I'd be
great
like,
way.
look at my page of Ken Griffey's. But that's the thing now is like when you enter, there isn't just a Ken Griffey. There's like a Ken Griffey base card, Ken Griffey blue parallel, Ken Griffey cracked ice, Ken Griffey, and like so it is overwhelming coming back in because there's all these other variations. And I think it's smart from a business model for the card companies because they don't become as like mass produced. But at the same time, you're like, oh, I got it, and they're like, nope, that's the 99-cent version, or like, that's not the $100 version. You know, like it's a lot. It's overwhelming at first.
Okay. Well, I think we're good on time. I think we've hit the end of our line here. So why don't we wrap up and we'll put this one to bed, and then we'll pick it up again during our next episode. Does that sound good? Do you guys like that?
Sounds good. I love you guys.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.